I'm making a post about an experience that I've had during my life with a sensitivity to chlorine. I'm sensitive to chlorine in the air. One of the ways that I found this out when I first started developing symptoms while working at a chlorinated pool, I figured it all out because the two people in my life that I loved the most, both my husband and my coworker, who was like mama bear type, her name was Gretchen. Hail Gretchen, I love you. I would, because of what they had brought in with them, have episodes of my tremoring, my loss of vision, blurry vision, and episodes of weeping spells that would come out of nowhere. These were the two most important people in my life that I spent the most amount of time with, and also that had a most positive and affirmative and comfortable relationship with. And so I noticed these things happening Gretchen, my coworker, would bring in a bagel every day, a toasted bagel from the grocer nearby. And she would lament, oh, sorry, Maya, because she knew that I was gluten-free and had been for a long while, but I'm over it, it's fine. But every time that we would have a shift together, I would become more and more panicked in a way and having more episodes of tremoring and eyesight fogginess, what I would now know as migraines, migraine eye issues. But every time she would come in, I would go through the shift change with her that took about 2 hours, where we would kind of swap places in our workplace. And even though I loved her, I would get into this state of panic, anxiety, tremors, loss of vision, and weeping spells. Like I would try to hold on to it until after I got done with work, and then all of a sudden I would just be crying on the way home. And then, so every day that's from 1 to 3 and 3 to 4, and then I would have some time at home before my husband would come home later at night. He was now a nice entrepreneur of some hipster, food cart in Portland, So this is his life passion. He's super excited about it. But he comes home with chlorine, like bleach, from the restaurant on his apron, on his pants, on everything, and plus whatever oils he was using and things. And I would greet him with kind of this wary feeling. I'll talk about this a lot, a wary feeling. Just like this hesitation, just like, okay, I'm going to go to bed now. See ya. I was avoiding. And so these two situations were happening in my workplace. So I was just having all sorts of episodes at work and people didn't want to work with me anymore. And because I was just awkward. It's an awkward situation that can happen. And what I would eventually find out is that chlorine, all of the sources of it, were a trigger for some strange neurological symptoms that basically keep me from having a normal life. So I don't go to town. I don't live in town. I don't live on tap water. I have so many changes in my life and lifestyle that this has to incorporate because I have to avoid chlorine in the air. And these are going to be stories that talk about that and how I figured it out and what I deal with on a daily level and how it might pertain to you. Just in having this knowledge that things like this can happen, and that sometimes the food substances and the environmental substances that you're exposed to cause neurological, psychological, physiological symptoms. And people need to know that. And it's simple stuff that is included in all sorts of daily stuff. And it accumulates, I think, and can create something. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. I hope I'm the only one. I'm some crazy freak and nothing like this happens to anybody else. I hope that's true. But anyways, it's a unique experience. I feel like I have things to share that are important and pertinent to everybody out there experiencing modern daily life. Buddha 2021.0, I call it, to keep my chin up. Here we are.